All right, Tropical Storm Fred, 11 o'clock advisory, 45-mile-per-hour winds now. It is sort of decreasing in the convection, but you see it's starting to wrap around a little bit more. So it did get a little bit better organized, hence the 5-mile-per-hour bump there. But it is about to cross over Dominican Republic and Haiti there, and we're going to see it reemerge by, say, late tomorrow off the coast. And then it has the chance to develop after that. So at first, we'll see this thing weaken and then possibly even down to a tropical depression, as usually that big island with the tall mountaintops just shreds any storms around it. So we'll see a weakening trend for tonight and tomorrow, and then tomorrow or Friday morning it's becoming a tropical storm again, or probably Thursday afternoon. And then it's just a slow but steady strengthening as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. If it's away from land, a little bit better chance for it to strengthen more. Obviously, if it takes that track up the East Coast there, well, it's not going to strengthen more than that. It's just going to stay windy and rainy. And that's really what our forecast calls for. Some wind and some rain, but not hurricane conditions or anything like that. The models are pretty good agreement, but there is a little bit of a spread as we go later in time. Our tropical storm wind probabilities, now this is for sustained tropical storm force winds. They're pretty low. Higher for the West Coast, but for us, they're pretty low. We'll probably see some in gusts in some of the squalls that move on through, but sustained, we're going to be talking 25, 30 miles an hour for sustained winds, and then you get that punch of tropical storm force with any of those squalls that move through. So that's going to start Friday afternoon and night. Gusty winds, heavy rainfall through the weekend, up to 4 to 6 inches, so flooding potential is going to be there. And then that tornado risk, we're on that right side of the storm. Always a good chance for some tornadoes there, or at least some chance for tornadoes there. This got bumped up to a medium chance. This is running right on the heels of Fred and may take a very, very similar path. It's about 5 or 6 days behind Fred, so it's something we may have to deal with 5 or 6 days later after Fred this weekend. House of Refuge right now is looking A-OK with a lot of sunshine. Tracking a few quick little blips on the radar offshore. There's not a ton of them, but you see a few of them just hanging offshore there, and a little one just moved through Florida Ridge, and then it was gone. Temperatures now warming up into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. High temperatures today, low 90s for the Palm Beaches, upper 80s for the Treasure Coast, and that chance for scattered showers and storm shifting inland. And then the chance for a shower overnight, too. With onshore flow, we stay quite warm and toasty with only 80 degrees. So there's the rain pushing west towards the lake, but can't rule out something blowing ashore later on along the coast, but for the most part west, and then overnight and tomorrow morning, picking it up in the morning hours again. So similar pattern tomorrow. Then we look for the effects of Fred moving our way Friday through the weekend, with the rain chances bumping way up. Boating looks good for another day or so. Then it goes downhill starting on Friday, and through the weekend it'll be super rough with Fred nearby. Low 90s, and then we bumped it down thanks to clouds, rain, squally weather, lining up perfectly for the weekend, unfortunately. Fred ruining our weekend here with heavy rainfall. Keep it tuned here. We'll have the very latest as far as effects, because it's still a little bit fluid. Haven't pinned it down quite yet.